Spooky stuff even happens when you watch this show. Stick around to the end and you'll understand what I mean. Beware.
Welcome to Mansfield House. My name is Essex, Winston Essex.
Hello! Today we're talking about a dead show. It's very dead, it's spooky because it's dead, and the name even reflects its death by being called Ghost Story. We're Morticia, Gomez, our roommate Slappy. If you're new, do subscribe, check out our spooky playlists. In this video, we're here to give you another good show to watch on YouTube that's free and good if you like spooky shows. And this one came out in the 70s. What year was it, Gomez?
It started from 72 and then continued until 73.
So early 70s, and it's got that. I love watching old spooky stuff because just old itself can sometimes be spooky. It's kind of fun. And this is called Ghost Story, and it has a really cool, he's not the crypt keeper, he's more like the gentleman caller or something, guy that was the host.
Yes, Winston Essex, portrayed by Sebastian Cabot. He's very charismatic looking, looks like a proper Victorian gentleman, and I would totally buy him as a host. He seems very authentic.
Not like Fergie on the floor.
No.
She just isn't Ryan, man. Totally digressing there, but I mean, you know, this guy is good. That's all I meant.
That's a good comparison. I was thinking about different hosts and I guess technically Alfred Hitchcock was a good director, but I don't think he's more of an effective, say, host than our Winston Essex. I think they're equally charming, so... I really liked him. I liked how he introduced it and connected every bit.
Yeah, he even connected how the characters were connecting to the hotel that he is at during every episode that is about like haunted places and ghosts and whatnot, and he always connects it. And the stories are really cool because they're not predictable, they're not boring, and they're all really spooky. And like, we live the spooky life. If you guys are new, our whole channel is different areas of spookiness, whether it be halls, paranormal experiences, just like cool things to buy that you didn't know you needed and really good prices to get them at. Just, that's our thing. We live at the spooky. So if I'm going, I got deliciously spooked out, like that's cool, because like a lot of people are like having like horror stuff, and I'm like, no, I'm not even scared. Like, what? Like, this did nothing. This did not even register on my spook meter, but this was good. And not scary, but spooky. Like, there's a difference. Just that thunderstorm, kind of shivery, delightful, that's creepy feeling. It's really good. And all the stories were good. They were not predictable. I did not really guess. I could guess certain aspects, but not everything that was going to happen. And just, like, they all carried that kind of spooky old world feel.
Yeah. And they might have used an allusion to a real-life haunted house, because Winston Essex every time presents something from the Mansfield Mansion, and that is apparently one that's reported to have, it used to be a mental asylum, and you can already guess if you like horror movies that it has paranormal ideas. Many people believe that it was haunted by former mental patients and stuff.
If you like that concept, there's a really good book by Ramsey Campbell that I should review eventually called Nazareth Hill. I'm going to make Gomez read it with me again. I'm going to reread it so we can talk about it. But it really scared me, and for, again, a book to scare me is something. And it was about an apartment complex that used to be a mental asylum, so it was haunted by the dead mental patients. But it was creepy because they looked dead. They were like ghosts that showed the decomposing factor, so that was extra creepy for me. I couldn't deal with spider webs for a while after that, and I like my spiders. So, again, if I'm saying it's creepy, it's like creepy. I asked a friend to crash with me when I was reading that book. Like, can you sleep on my couch because I'm like, reading this book? And he was like laughing. You? Like, yeah.
In a sense, that is the highest compliment.
Yeah. So this show is like, each episode is a different story, and there is nothing connecting each character, so you don't really have to watch it like in order or anything, so that's sweet. It's kind of like the Twilight Zone in that each one is different, but this is more about ghostly stuff, and there's always a ghost in there somewhere that ties the story together. And each story is, it's not like Ghost Whisperer, it's like creepier. Like Ghost Whisperer was like, aww, and this is like, ooh. So it's like, you know, just another good show you guys should be aware of. We will leave a link below, at least to like maybe the first episode or something.
Yes.
And you can check it out. And like, what was so shocking to me, so frightful, one of the most frightful things about this series is that it wasn't well received. I don't understand. Like, it's good, it's spooky, it's got great stories. What was wrong with people? Were they like stoned or something? I don't know.
It had so many good things going for it. Even its production team, William Castle, is responsible for Rosemary's Baby. Robert Bloch, I don't even need to add anything.
No, not if you're watching this. We don't. If you do need to talk about Robert Bloch, like just look it up because you shouldn't. I shouldn't have to say a word either. Yeah, he's right.
I mean, how is it possible? And their little tricks that the studio tried to boost up the ratings didn't work out. They tried to change the title, they tried to drop the presenter, but I think those were really the most charming elements of it.
Yeah, they took away the good stuff. I actually found them together, I guess because the YouTube like cue suggestions were giving them, but there was another show that I found around when I found this one, Ghost Story. It was called Circle of Fear, so I went, ooh, I found two good old 70s shows, and I didn't realize it was the same show because, again, as Gomez said, the host was gone, and it was like creepy stories, but not specifically a ghost story. They kind of were, but not really. Like one was about witches and possession, and like it wasn't specifically ghosts. So it was a different show. So basically, just they kind of made it a different show in the middle, and that didn't go over well either. Like.
Yeah, and in a sense, even though it still had some interesting elements, it became a little bit quainter for a different market in a sense. So I'm not.
It really changed.
Yeah.
It's like Van Halen with David Lee Roth and Van Halen with Sammy Hagar. Like.
I like that.
And I prefer the second one, but in this case, I preferred the first one. I preferred Ghost Story. We will leave a link to Circle of Fear as well. I was going to review it as a separate cool show to watch. It's not as good as Ghost Story, but it's definitely a cool spooky show from back in the day worth watching. Except apparently they're the same show, so it will be one review.
And as another interesting trivia bit, for whatever reason, YouTube decided to remove only 2 of the episodes from Ghost Story, and I suspect personally that it was because those 2 episodes were included in the William Castle bonus DVD, so there was a financial issue attached.
Yeah, they wanted you to have to buy the DVD, and you don't get to see the episodes free, so that makes sense.
But the rest of them are all included in YouTube. So that was very interesting for us.
So if you like that one, go on that playlist and find all the other episodes, and you get some free, delightful, spooky watching. We're really enjoying it. I can't say enough good things about it. It was very strange and spooky in itself, why it was not a huge hit. So we're mourning the passing, having a funeral for Ghost Story, which again is quaint since it's a ghost story in itself. But it's awesome. Let it live on your screen and watch it and leave us a comment. Tell us how you liked it and if you have any thoughts about why it wasn't as well received. Because there were like shows out then that were definitely worse and not as cool. And they were like being watched. So I don't know.
I want to hope that it will gain its cult following like other shows.
Yeah, it really deserves it. Like, it's just a good show. Maybe we're here to bring it back. So yeah, we're bringing Ghost Story back. Check it out. Love it. Tell us what you think about it. What's your favorite episode? Oh, I have to say, I almost forgot. I was winding this down and I forgot something creepy. Creepy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. He knows what I'm talking about. Get this. So we were watching one of these episodes, and the date that we were watching this was June 23rd. The episode itself, the ghostly happening, happened on June 23rd. And that was just so weird. We had no idea when we watched the episode that the episode was about June 23rd when we watched it on June 23rd. Like, how weird is that?
Yeah. The Concrete Captain.
Concrete Captain. So yeah, the Concrete Captain is the episode. And we watched it on June 23rd. It was about June 23rd. And we were like, whoa. And it occurred to me, I was like, Gomez, isn't today June 23rd? He's like, oh my God, yeah. So, like, that was kind of... So, you know, when you watch this show, spooky stuff happens. Yeah. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, we hope you enjoyed this. Do check it out. Help us bring it back. Get it into the creepy cult following queue that it deserves. And until next time...
Stay spooky, my friends.